ओम नमो भगवते श्री रमणाय। अरुणाचल शिवा, अरुणाचल शिवा, अरुणाचल शिवा. A most profound knowledge from Bhagavan was, who am I? It was a very important knowledge, very important true knowledge given from Bhagavan to us. From that, Bhagavan has explained very clearly and very profoundly about the nature of the mind. He says the mind itself is only an imagination. Like what is called mind is a wondrous power residing in the self. It causes thoughts to arise. Apart from thoughts, there is no such thing as mind. Therefore, thought is the nature of mind. Apart from thoughts, there is no independent entity called the world. In deep sleep, there are no thoughts, and there is no world. In the states of waking and dream, there are thoughts, and there is world also. Just as a spider emits the thread out of its web, out of itself, and again withdraws into itself. Likewise, the mind projects the world out of itself and again resolves it into itself. When the mind comes out of the self, the world appears. Actually, the birthplace, the origin place of the mind is the self. Actually, there is self, there is no mind in its existence. When the self is little bit moved in the name of the thoughts, then the mind creates. As per Bhagavan has explained the nature of the mind in this way. And Bhagavan says, therefore the world appears, the self does not appear, and when the self appears, the world does not appear. When we see the world, we cannot investigate into our own self. When we stay in ourself still without moving, we cannot see the world. Even if we are in the world, even if we are doing our actions, we are not at all concerned about the world. When one persistently inquires into the nature of the mind will end leaving the self as a residue. Means at that time in the self the mind dissolves, and that is why it is called there is no existence of mind, as the mind dissolves in the self and it becomes only the self. There is no mind. As a salt doll, when we throw it, when we put it in water, then while dissolving in the water, it gets out of its existence and it becomes only a salty water. There is no existence of the salt doll. In the same way, mind dissolves in its own being called self and it loses its existence. The mind always exists only in dependence of something gross. It cannot stay alone. It is the mind that is called the subtle body or the soul. When the mind creates, then the self becomes jiva. Therefore, without mind, there is no jiva. As even if we are a human being, if we can do manonasha of the mind, means killing the mind, not completely killing the mind. It is not completely, we can say, the definition called killing the mind. We should undergo the investigation where from the mind rises. When we go to the source, automatically the mind dissolves and it loses its existence. That is called manonasha. Manolaya means daily it happens when we are in the sleep. Means for a time being, for temporary basis, we are losing our mind, and again in the waking state we are getting our mind back. That is called manolaya. We don't want manolaya, as Bhagavan says in Bhagavan's words. Manolaya should not be there. It is only for time being. It is like a demo that we go through the manolaya or manolasana state every day. While doing manolaya, we should understand what is happening exactly in the deep sleep, and we should practice that when we are in the waking state also. Jivan Muktas are actually in the waking state, they are in the sleep, like in deep sleep. Even if they are in the waking state, they are in the deep sleep and they go through this Manonasha state. Arunachala Shiva. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.